Today's video is a little bit different. Today I wanted to talk about Black Lives Matter. This was a interesting thing that happened last year, and why I say interesting is because the procedures that it took to eventually get this main officer arrested and spend 20 plus years in jail for the thing that happened last year. So let's talk about it. But before I even go into this video, I just want to quickly say that I will be saying what I find of this situation which happened last year, which occurred last year in mid-June, July. You've probably seen fellow rapper Lil Baby make a music video last year. I think it was a brilliant, cool video, really useful meaning as well, and an actual goddamn meaning unlike his other music videos. Now, some people would arguably say that this whole Black Lives Matter is a trend. For those wondering, it is still going on to this day. It has been put into the politics, soccer as you guys would call it, which we call it football, NBA, this and that. Now some players refuse to kneel because they think it is personally ridiculous. Wilfred Zaha, Manchester, an ex-United player, I think he was, who plays for Crystal Palace in the Premier League, he refuses to bow down because, well, he's got his own reason for that. I don't know, but I guess he just doesn't want to go with everyone else. But what happened last year was a very tragic thing. Especially about this one guy, this one man, which was at all involved, George Floyd. I've never heard about this guy. I had never heard about him as a person. After this incident only, I had known he was apparently an American hip-hop artist. I didn't know that. But let's speak about George Floyd and about the other cops that were involved around this tragic incident. Because it's not an accident. No, I don't think you can look at this as an accident, as a matter of fact. Not at all, man. If it was an accident, he would have still been alive. George Floyd, better known as George Perry Floyd Jr., was an African-American man deceased by a police officer during an arrest after a store clerk suspected he may have used a counterfeit $20 bill in Minneapolis. Derek Chauvin, one of 4 police officers who arrived on the scene, knelt on Floyd's neck and back for 9 minutes and 29 seconds. The reason why I leave a word out is because my goddamn videos have been getting demonetized the past 2 days. So, you know, I'm trying to make a few bucks, obviously. It's a very sad incident, man. But here's a new report. Derek Chauvin sentenced to 22.5 years incident of George Floyd. Now, when this happened, right, the Black Lives Matter thing, I had never heard about it before, but apparently it's been present and active since 2013. It's a movement, this and that. I really genuinely thought when it happened last year there was a goddamn hype train. And some would argue, yes, there is a hype train, because has it really had that much effect on the world nowadays? Some would argue, yes or no. Let me know down in the comments below. Do you think Black Lives Matter was just a hype thing? Or do you actually think it felt like it had any impact on today's society? Let me know down in the comments. I'm really curious what you guys think about this. God damn it, that woman is... You gotta be kidding me. Oh my god, that woman is reading the book again on the back of the field. She's always on the field. Whenever I'm recording, she's just reading a cigarette, you know, this and that. She's chilling, she's vibing. It was sad what happened last year. Reports came that George Floyd, before the incident that had occurred outside the store, he had a criminal history. And people said, oh, but this and that. It doesn't matter what he did in the past. The point is, he had been basically abused by the police for unnecessary reason. You know, for all we know. Which was, for all we know is, yeah, it's a sad thing. And I don't think using someone's past is an excuse to say, oh, it was right. Because it wasn't. He didn't deserve that. No one else does. I supported Black Lives Matter. I have nothing against it till this day. However, where I do stand by and think this is just an excuse of the low criminals. Looting and plundering. That was a thing. Goddamn, these riots last year. I feel like obviously you making a statement is very, very, very important, and everyone has the right and is entitled to making a statement. But I feel like as soon as you make, you know, it's very difficult. You know, statement is important. But the looting and plundering I did not agree with, and still to this day can't, and I'm not willing to agree with, and I don't accept what they did. It's disgusting. It makes your whole argument actually irrelevant at that point. If you go goddamn freaking plunder out, that doesn't make you better than the rest. That makes you scum of society, which you probably goddamn were anyways. You know, let's keep it honest. Anyone with a reasonable thinking brain that pays their tax will realize there's a tax money getting destroyed. Properties of people destroyed, funded by tax money, this and that. You know what I mean? It's utterly disgusting. And I was glad to know that a lot of people agree with it last year. And still to this day, the riots, like, I can say that I understand, but I don't. I don't. I'm going to be very honest. I don't know what it feels like. I don't. And I'm not getting into that argument. Yes, I've been pulled over by police numerous times, but because of my own fault. Because I'm driving with something illegal on the road. But I'm not scared when I go outside about a cop doing something to me. And I'm utterly sorry for those who feel that every day. I'm sorry. I wish it wasn't like that. But unfortunately, I can't change that. I'm really, truly am sorry for those who have to go through those things. I'm really sorry. I feel bad for you. It's goddamn messed up. It is messed up. But I unfortunately can't do much about it. I goddamn wish this world was peaceful and everything. But it just isn't, unfortunately. It ain't what it is, unfortunately. But the rioting and plundering, I don't agree with. That was just a bad excuse to just say, fuck it, we're gonna go goddamn rob whatever we can find and make a bit of cash on them. That's really what was it about. Because if it was about protesting and standing up for him and for them, then they wouldn't have done the plundering. It wasn't necessary, I felt like. But these people felt like, goddamn it, we're gonna steal, we're gonna break, we're gonna take whatever, because it's not ours. Hey, take another man's profit. And these officers, were 4 or 5 of them at the scene at that time. I'm actually kind of disgusted with the other officers in that video as well. The fact that you know what he's doing is wrong. You're a goddamn officer, trained in force. The fact that you stand still and basically just look at what he's doing, that victim at the point, it's beyond me. It's beyond me to think, what in God's name is someone freaking going through their mind when they see that as an officer. Now don't get it wrong. Just because of that incident, we cannot conclude and come to the conclusion that every cop is like that. Because it isn't. It's such a few percentage of cops. Not even 1% probably. Maybe 2, 3, 4%. But you gotta realize, most of these officers that have been accused, and rightfully accused of what they've done action-wise, they were already mentally not stable in the head. You gotta realize that. Most of these cops that do these things are already unstable in the head. You must realize as well, I'm not saying this as an excuse. A lot of officers have PTSD, and a lot of officers go through things in life that some can never do, end up often not being to want it anymore. There's no excuse to do this to citizens, to civilians. Because obviously I trust the police, as I should, but I can't trust the police, and I don't trust the police. It has really got nothing to do with the incident. It's just I personally don't trust the police. But does that mean that every officer is bad? No, it isn't. It's such a few cops that actually are messed up in the head and do these kind of things. Luckily, and we should be glad and grateful that there's not the whole goddamn police academy that is messed up. It's such a few percentage. But those few percentage are the dangerous ones. And this was the exact same reason. That guy was messed up in the goddamn head what he did. It was messed up. And he deserves to go to jail, which he is. 22.5 years. Your ass in the goddamn pen, man. You ain't coming out. Cop or not. Hey, you messed up. He could have handled that situation much better, which he should have done. What he did was not correct at all, man. It was exaggerated amount of force. Matter of fact, it wasn't even force. It was literally just, I don't like this guy. We just, it's disgusting. But I still respect other officers. I don't like cops. I don't. But when I need a goddamn cop, I'll call a cop. If someone breaks into my property with a gun, hey, I ain't got no guns. Guns aren't legal in the Netherlands. They are, but they're so difficult to get. You have to go through mental tests. You have to go through whatever the case is, and you gotta have your gun in a separate case, unloaded out of the clip. It's a whole joke. When someone breaks in this house, I'm calling the goddamn cops. Because I don't know at that point if someone has a gun or not, or a knife. I don't trust the police, but when I do trust them, I trust them to help me as a citizen when I ask them for help. And that's the exact same thing. Not all officers are bad, man. That incident was tragic. It really was. The same with Breonna Taylor's. It was tragic. It really, really was. But we shouldn't be saying, oh my God, all the goddamn cops are bad. No, they are not. Majority of cops, and I can assure you, they actually truly care about people. They do. But when it's necessary, they have to use force, unfortunately. And I'm not saying what these people did was good. Not at all. I'm not defending them whatsoever. However, I am, and I am going to willing defend good officers. And unfortunately, sometimes stuff ends up tragic, which in this case happened as well with both of them, which is a shame. It really is. But that's all I can really add and I'm going to say about this in this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know definitely down in the comments below what you guys think about this. Just let me know down in the comments below. This video is going to be edited. Not at all. We're not going to edit nothing in this video. Only the intro and the outro. But the rest is just, we're not going to edit it. I want to make a serious video. The serious video, in my opinion, should have almost no edits or no cuts in it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. And then thank you guys so much. I got a new video for you coming out tomorrow. Peace out, man.